Hey everyone, this is Dr. George Bernbach, and today I want to give you a little bit of insight on the traits that separate those doctors who start a practice and grow quick, or those doctors who have associate doctors who grow quick, and the ones who always sit around going, I could have done it better, I should have done it better. These are the traits that really pop out that separate the people who get things done from the people who sit around and are always finding themselves dreaming about what could have been. So over the last 20 years, I've worked with different kinds of professionals, a lot of chiropractors and different people in both healthcare and out of healthcare. And I could probably write a book on all those experiences just from what you learn about psychology and people and their habits. But the traits that really stand out are, they're pretty remarkable. The first trait that I can pull out of all these different experiences are the people who get things done. They have the courage to ask for what they want. They have the courage to put themselves out there and ask of themselves, to ask of their staff, to ask of their patients, to do the things that are going to be required to get the successful action steps moving. Steve Jobs, who obviously started Apple, used to say that people are afraid to ask. They never ask. And it's almost impossible to start a company, even with a product as good as an iPhone, if you're afraid to fail. You've got to be willing to crash and burn. You've got to be willing to put yourself out there, or you won't get very far. And that was good advice. If you reach your goals and you don't have any scars, you probably weren't aiming hard enough. Does that make sense? Another thing that pops out is that they understand that nothing impedes success more than indecision. You see, when you're not making decisions, you're impeding your progress at every turn. Now, Malcolm Gladwell said that there's no such thing as a bad decision, but he goes on to explain that the only thing predictable about the future is that it's highly unpredictable. And people who do things, people who fight for things, who move towards things, understand this. Experience has taught them that the only thing that they can control with any level of certainty is the amount that they care and the intensity that they bring to work. So instead of allowing themselves to be paralyzed by indecision, they make what they think are good decisions, and then they pour passion on top of it to make those good decisions great and make the iffy decisions work out. You see? The third, which is one of the most famous ideologies in sports, is that you have to prioritize systems over results. Because how you are in practice is usually how you perform in the game. You see, Adam Grant, who wrote the great book Give and Take and Work Life, Adam Grant encourages the readers to stop visualizing future success and focus on the process we're in right now today and make what we're doing just a little bit better. Results have little to do with the goals you set. You see? They have almost everything to do with the systems you follow. So goals are the results you want to achieve. Systems are the processes that lead to those results. And if you want results, don't focus on the goals, focus on the process, focus on the systems. And then finally, probably one of the best pieces of advice that I was given back when I was in the Marine Corps was you need to befriend your fears. You need to understand that those fears are just part of who you are in the moment. And if you don't let them hold you back, you can quickly move past them and celebrate your progress of putting them in your past. You see, in life, there are only two real fears: fear of the unknown and fear of suffering. Every other fear is a product of those two. But if you start looking at what's the worst that can happen if I face this fear, or what's the best that can happen if I overcome it, and how will I feel about myself if I don't do anything about it, well, then you're going to start to see what your playing field looks like. So, one more time through. First, have the courage to ask for what you want. Number two, understand that only indecision is going to be the great block to your progress. Focus on your systems more than you focus on setting more goals, and befriend your fears. Those are the 4 traits that pop out in people who really achieve things quickly. And you can see these as you talk to your associate doctors and leverage these skills in order to make them see that the path is under their control. All right, my name is Dr. George Rundbach. Have a great time. Bye-bye.